Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're taking a look at Gears of War 5 versus The Last of Us 2. So, for some reason, people in the comments were saying I should compare one of these to like The Last of Us 2. So, okay, here we go. So, as you can see, I'm in the Abby story on this second playthrough. Gears of War, this is kind of still at the first of the game. So I just decided, you know what, it doesn't even matter at this point. Like, this is getting ridiculous. I've been saying it for a while now. PlayStation games versus Xbox games, there's really not that big of a difference between the two. They both look pretty freaking good to me on a 4K TV. I mean, well, actually, The Last of Us 2 on a 4K TV looks 1440p, but I mean that's fine. I mean it's fine. Like we'll compare these two and we'll look at them. It does kind of suck that we got kind of like cutscenes in the Gears footage, but it doesn't matter. Like, it really does not matter, to be completely honest with you. This whole freaking PlayStation beta, Xbox beta is getting pretty old. All right, so let me kind of describe what I see. I see The Last of Us 2 with Abby, and then I see Gears of War with with Marcus. This is pretty interesting though. You know, I mean, like, actually seeing these side by side, it kind of really shows you, you know, that, like, oh my gosh, man, Xbox developers are just as good as the Sony ones. I mean, looking at these together, that's basically what I see. I see both games look pretty freaking good. I see that the, you know, Xbox developers are pretty good at making convincing looking games. I see the PlayStation developers are pretty good at making convincing looking games. Yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with either one of them, to be completely honest with you. I think they both look pretty dang good. The Last of Us 2, it looks amazing for what the PlayStation 4 Pro is doing. I really do kind of hope this gets a you know, like a 4K update. That'd be awesome, because right now it is running at 1440p, so whatever. The Gears 5 is running at 4K, 60 frames a second. Last of Us 2 now is running 60 frames a second. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be looking at, you know, or you know, when I'm comparing The Last of Us 2 to Gears 5, like what am I looking at? What looks better? I mean, I'll tell you right now, the textures on Gears 5 look better. They do. They definitely look better than The Last of Us 2, for sure. The Last of Us 2 is a pretty ambitious game, so, you know, cuts had to be made somewhere, and texture work is, you know, one of the things that kind of, you know, doesn't really, I mean, like, they could definitely use some work. That would be pretty cool if Naughty Dog does like a 4K patch for this and adds like some higher resolution textures. That'd be freaking awesome. Yeah, I mean, in terms of, you know, character models and stuff, I think the Gears 5 ones look just fine. The helicopters look pretty cool. That draw distance looks freaking amazing right there. The draw distance on this one here on The Last of Us 2 looked pretty good. I mean, the grass foliage, the vegetation on The Last of Us 2 is pretty freaking good. Like, it looks pretty good. So, I mean, shadowing looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, the helicopter crash looked pretty freaking cool. Like, I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be looking for. I don't see how one is better than the other, to be completely honest with you. I think they both look freaking amazing. But I guess if you gotta appease the Sony fanboys, they're probably gonna freak out. It's not fair. You can't show Gears of War. There's more than two characters on screen at one time. And I'm like, well, there's three on the other one. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do, man. I don't know how I'm supposed to. I don't know how to make it a fair comparison. Like what Xbox game? Maybe I should have compared this one to Sea of Thieves. You know, maybe when I do Ghost of Tsushima, I'll do Sea of Thieves for that one. Just so that, I mean, like, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to be looking at. Like, I think the narrative of PlayStation games being, like, the best games on the planet is a little misleading, to be completely honest with you. I think Gears of 5 kind of looks a lot better than The Last of Us 2. I mean, it definitely it was built on more powerful hardware. It has better textures, better lighting, better, just a lot better everything. I mean, the only thing that could possibly be real better on The Last of Us is possibly the characters, you know, the character animations. I mean, maybe they do seem more fluid on. They do seem more fluid on, you know, The Last of Us 2. So, I mean, other than that, like visual-wise, I think Gears 5 looks freaking amazing. And I'll tell you what, like I'm sitting here playing this, you know, to make these videos, and I'm like, gosh, man, I'm looking over, you know, trying to look at the thing, you know, to see when I should stop the recording and everything. And I'm like, my gosh, man, I keep wanting to play it. I want to play it more. I mean, maybe I could have been a little more fair on this one, and I could have used the Series S version running this game to do the comparison, but I don't know, man. I mean, PlayStation 4 Pro versus Xbox. I mean, I'm playing it on the PlayStation 5. I'm playing this on the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 is giving me 60 frames a second, so I feel like that would have been... So I feel like it's fair, you know? I mean, yeah, like I'm comparing them both, you know, 60 frames a second. I really do want Naughty Dog to give us a higher resolution boost for this, because I think that would definitely help a lot. Because I mean, when you're looking at Gears 5 at native 4K and, you know, The Last of Us 2 at 1440p, like clearly the resolution alone definitely helps Gears 5 look a lot sharper, a lot cleaner. I mean, obviously I recorded this at, you know, at 1080p or whatever, so it definitely is giving us it's definitely given us, you know, a better you know, a resolution, you know, when everything's said and done and it's on the screen. So it should look pretty like for the most part at 1080p. That is one good thing, you know, about making these videos at a little bit lower resolution. That definitely helps. But okay, so you see how like slow my gun is with Abby, like how I can like basically like slow down time and stuff. This is the accessibility that I wanted to show you guys. Like, this is why these journalists are like, oh man, this is the best game ever. I mean, look at this, man. They don't have any struggle whatsoever. I'm not even getting shot. I mean, you'll see this here in a minute even better, because I get in this like this gas station. No, I mean, like this here, like if you want the story, yeah, you can play it this way. Obviously, you can get into the settings and you can make this game as easy as you want. Like, there's no setting like that for Gears of War, man. Like, it's you know, you got beginner and then up. So so that's pretty funny. Like, I like to point this out because, I mean, yeah, dude, if you're like, it's kind of interesting how PlayStation games have to be made this freaking easy. It's probably just so people will complete them, man. Because when I played through this was actually a pretty freaking tough game, man. Running out of bullets and stuff, and having like being on edge, like it was like the difficulty skill's pretty dang good on The Last of Us 2. Like it was a solid game, solid experience. Same with Gears 5, man. They're both phenomenal freaking games, but yeah, I don't know why people would want me to compare this to this. It's not really. Well, I mean, yeah, dude. Like PlayStation games, if they're the best, right? It would be nice if people would just be like, all right, man, Xbox, does make pretty freaking good games, dude. Like, Gears of War looks pretty freaking good. I don't understand why the PlayStation guys are so freaking... I don't understand why they have to be so dishonest. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, obviously these games all look pretty freaking good. Like, The Last of Us 2 looks pretty dang good. Clearly freaking Gears of War looks freaking pretty good. I don't know what else that you would... Like, I seriously cannot understand for the life of me. Why? Why is there so much dishonesty when it comes to, you know, how good Microsoft games are, man? The Coalition is probably definitely one of their better developers, for sure. Naughty Dog is one of freaking Sony's top freaking developers. They're both good. They both freaking... Like, both of these games have about the same runtime, too. I mean, I think it was 25 hours or 20, like maybe 22 hours for me to complete The Last of Us 2. I think I was maybe like 25 hours or something on Gears 5. I played Gears 5 a while ago. But, yeah, dude, like, this Gears game looks amazing. I mean, obviously it's gotten an update since the new consoles have come out, and we're still waiting for Naughty Dog to maybe do something about this one, but they did give us a 60 FPS, so I guess it's fair game. You know, it has technically been upgraded for PlayStation 5. So, I mean, Gears of War, they did do, you know, actual more work, you know, with lighting and all that other kind of stuff. I wish I could still play it before it got updated. Maybe compare that. That would be kind of cool to go back and look at, but Naughty Dog is more than welcome to provide an update for this game, and I wish they would give us you know, a free one like Gears. That'd be pretty cool, man, if they upgraded that for us. So as you can see, like, destruction over here on Gears 5, you know, both, you know, kind of like a shootout. Obviously on this Last of Us 2, you can make the combat so freaking easy, man. Like, watch this. Can aim, pow, right in the freaking head. Pow, right in the head. Huh. Pow. Yeah, that's insane, man. Like, that's literally insane. I can't believe that this is like this. I mean, like, you would at least expect there to be some... Yeah. Maybe that's how it goes nowadays with the PlayStation games. I thought it was funny when I was, like, looking around in the settings and I found all this. I'm like, dude, you can make this game so freaking easy, it's not even funny. This is just insane how easy you can make this game. So, I mean, we are getting to a point now where we're gonna have cutscenes with The Last of Us, and then you'll be able to definitely see just how those hold up as well. You know, I mean, like, we saw the first of this one, Gears 5 with cutscenes. So now we're going to be seeing what the Last of Us looks like during cutscenes. So that's pretty cool. You know, I mean, like, The Last of Us looks pretty good. You know, I mean, Gears 5 obviously looks really super sharp. I mean, the eye movement, you know, over here on The Last of Us 2, like, the animations and stuff looks like top level, like Hollywood quality, man. But, you know, like I said, you know, these games are made in 30 frames a second. You know, Gears 5 is made at 60 frames a second, so getting all that extra, you know, all that extra touch in there is a little bit easier to do at 30 frames a second. So, I mean, I'd really like to see, you know, the Coalition be able to do something like that. Start putting a 30 frames a second mode in their games, so that we can start seeing, you know, some super graphical quality coming from the Xbox guys. Because if anybody can do this, anybody can bring out some proper content, it's definitely going to be the Coalition, man. 343, they did really good. I mean, I guess I could have compared this to Halo, but I just thought that would have been a little bit extreme, you know. The Last of Us is almost it's a little over a year old now when it come out. It's about a year and a half old now, so comparing that to a game that's even older than that, I think is fair. Like comparing it to these cross-gen games that have been actually like cross-gen upgrade, like built around cross-gen. I just don't think that really. I don't think that would have been really that fair. Like I don't know. I don't understand why people are like, look at The Last of Us. Look at The Last of Us. Last of Us, fine, man. Like we'll do that. I don't think that it looks. I don't think that it looks really, really super, great compared to what we're looking at with Gears 5. I mean, definitely the character animations are top notch, and that was the same thing with God of War, man. Like they both have pretty high quality character animations. I would say out of the last gen games from Sony first party, I would definitely say this one and God of War were probably the best. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was good. I'm going to be doing some gameplay on Ghost of Tsushima, and I'll compare that to something. Probably, yeah, like I said, like Sea of Thieves or something. I got to find something, first party Xbox game to compare that to. So, I don't know. I mean, I can't just compare everything to Gears of War. So I'm going to have to find something that's Xbox to compare that to. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Xbox doesn't really have an open world game. I mean, like Gears 5 does have an open world section. I guess I can, but I don't know. I just don't know if that's a fair. I don't know if that's. I mean, I guess. I mean, I can compare it to Halo. It did get a full director's cut. So I mean, I guess that's fair game to be able to compare that to like Halo Infinite. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll compare Ghost of Tsushima to Halo Infinite. They're kind of both there. They're both open world. I mean, I guess I could do Forza Horizon 5. I don't know, man. Like, technically, director's cut is sold as a full product at $70. So yeah, dude, definitely fair game. Definitely fair game. Like, look at the debris and the destruction. Like, just look how much there is here on freaking Gears of War, man. Like, this is insane. This is insane level of quality of detail and stuff. Like everything. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. Look at the cutscenes over here on. I mean, this is like high quality cutscenes for The Last of Us. Look at that. I mean, the character models look great. The animations look freaking great. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty realistic if you ask me. And then the transition into regular, like it's pretty good. Like Naughty Dog is pretty dang good at what they do. So is the Coalition. I think they're both great. Like, we are blessed to have developers that are this good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why we have to continuously go through the whole thing. Like, obviously they both make good games, or people wouldn't buy them. People wouldn't like Gears of War or Xbox if they weren't good games. Like, that's just stupid to say that people are dumb and they don't like good games. That doesn't make any sense. These are obviously good games. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't agree with how The Last of Us 2 went down, but it's still a good game. It still works out pretty dang good. Yeah, I have a hard time, taking people seriously when they say that Xbox games are trash and stuff like that. It just doesn't make any sense to me that somebody would say that. It does not make a lick of freaking sense to me. So, yeah, here we are. The Last of Us 2 versus Gears of War 5. So, I mean, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I mean, I'll just kind of, let the rest of this play out. It's quiet. I don't know. Just being quiet. I think Gears of War looks freaking beautiful. I think The Last of Us 2 looks freaking beautiful. These are both beautiful games. I really want The Last of Us 2 to get a director's cut, though. I would really not mind playing through this game again at like really high resolution with like better textures and stuff like that. Wow. If they really are touching this up, that would make me pretty happy. I really would like to re-experience this game from start to finish with a new coat of paint, I think Naughty Dog could really push the limits. But I mean, chances are, I mean, even with just a 4K resolution boost, this game would probably freaking hold up pretty dang well. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I really hope Naughty Dog does something with this. I really want to see them upgrade this game and make it good. Do an extra thing with it. So, all right, we'll see you in the next one.